Hi, my name is Eric, and in this short presentation, which won't be up for long, I'm going to share my personal story of how I completely changed my life and body and finally got the six-pack that I thought only those gifted with good genetics could get. I'm also going to tell you about 5 specific foods that the media tells us are healthy, but in reality, not only do they drain us of energy, but they also cause this big ring of fat to pile up around our midsection. The crazy thing is, most people are overweight because of these 5 specific, health foods that I'll tell you about, not just because they eat too many fried foods or donuts. And lastly, I'll show you scientific proof as to why common ab exercises and those silly gadgets they sell on late night infomercials, they have no chance of getting you a six-pack. In fact, doing these things alone can actually make your stomach look fatter. I know it sounds crazy, but honestly, stick with me. I promise you, by the end of this presentation, you'll know exactly how to lose your belly fat and finally get a visible six-pack that others will envy. So let me tell you a quick 60-second story. As far back as I can remember, I've always wanted to look like a professional athlete. I didn't care so much about the athletic piece of it or not, which I definitely didn't have. I just wanted to look the part. I mean, give me that crazy, ripped-looking six-pack, and I'm happy. I don't think I wanted it for the direct attention I would get, but rather because I thought it would give me more self-confidence. And okay, yeah, who doesn't want a little more attention from the opposite sex, right? But here's the thing. During high school, I remember going on a trip with our entire senior class. We took one of those big, Greyhound-like tour buses, stayed at a Holiday Inn. I think it was somewhere in Pittsburgh. But during this trip, I specifically remember these 3 guys from my graduating class. They were the ones that always looked for the next chance to take their shirt off, or at the very least, wear a sleeveless t-shirt to kind of show off their muscles. And at basketball practice, of course, they'd always somehow end up on the skins team. During school, they always had these super tight shirts, and anytime it was warm, they were outside. Of course, they were shirtless. I'm sure you know the type, right? All 3 have six-packs, and all 3 of these guys never lacked for attention from the girls. They were kind of the cool guys that everyone looked up to. Anyway, back to the trip. The hotel we were staying at had this nice swimming pool and hot tub area. I remember it like it was yesterday. All 3 nights of the trip, the seniors would head down to the pool and hang out. And every night, those 3 guys would show up with a swarm of the most popular girls in the class. And I, of course, either kept on my baggy t-shirt and sat in a chair by the pool, or maybe I'd make a brief trip to the hot tub where the water came up to my neck. I mean, sure, I was the nice guy that people liked, right? But being nice is easy. I wanted to be nice and have a ripped six-pack like those 3 guys. So fast forward a few months to the summer before my freshman year of college. I knew things had to change. I was moving to a different city. I would meet all new people and basically get a fresh start on life. I figured now was my chance to reinvent myself, get ripped, get a six-pack, and redefine how others perceived me. So began my journey to get a six-pack. I took a before picture to track my progress, and then I started doing sit-up after sit-up, doing crunch after crunch. I even did 3 different kinds of those infomercial ab machine things. I also watched what I ate. I did the whole dieting thing. This went on for 2 months. I took an after picture at the end of each month. I wish I still had those pictures. Over the years, I'm sure they got pitched. But just to give you an idea of what sort of results I was getting, here is roughly what my before picture looked like. And here's my after picture, exactly 2 months later. Now, that's not an exact picture of me, but it's close enough to show you that I was making little to no progress. And believe me when I say I was probably doing more sit-ups than any of the guys with abs. I mean, my stomach felt harder when I poked on it, and I may have been able to buckle my pants a little tighter, but come on, doing 2 months of nothing but sit-ups every day? And these were the results I was getting? Not worth it. And I am so not doing it again. So my journey to get abs ended that day, and it wouldn't resume again until a decade later.